Okay, we had started this stream earlier, and I ran into a little difficulty. I couldn't find my little jeweler screwdrivers, so I was gonna stop right there. And my belt pack is coming loose. Gotta love it, because the bracket came off and it's been my shorts. Where the bracket went? Well, we'll just make do, right? I'll put it on my pocket. Anyway, I got that problem sorted out. I've got the VRM cooler fan installed. I've got an SSD drive installed. So now I need to start taking a look at installing the CPU. And I'm going to point out that I ordered the deep cool mounting bracket kit because they said you had to have one. And then later I ordered the JONSBO CPU cooler, and I believe this actually comes with the bracket. So we'll figure that out here in just a minute. Take a real close look at that. This is going to be a long, boring video, folks, and I apologize. I'm just going to sit here and do the build and work on that and concentrate on it. Hold on. I guess what I need to do is thank Michael for the like, and I also need to launch my text to speech so I can hear y'all. If y'all comment, I can reply to it in the video. It'll be almost like you're talking to me. For those that didn't catch the last stream, we are going with an Intel i7 on this particular build. Why they package it weird ways? And the stuff are not wanting to work. I'm getting old. I can't see out of one eye, blind in the other. Oh, it's not a great view, but hopefully that y'all can kind of sort of see that. One of the things I need to do is move all the stuff out of my way. Right now. And I need to test fit this in the case, but I'm not really crazy about the way this is going to work on the cooler. Figure out what we've got going on here. We've got 4 different brackets. And then they've got this. This is for the LGA, I believe. Got to get it in the right way there. That's not it. Close, but no cigar. Well, you'd think it'd only go in one way, right? Getting there, maybe. This is ridiculous. Problem with that is it won't stay. Here's the cooler. And they didn't feel it necessary to include anything because I have no idea what this is. Oh, hiding in the bottom of the box. Let's see what this says. I'm hoping that this might be a little bit of contact glue. It literally does not say what that is. I mean, it could be heatsink grease, but apparently it's going to make me mount the brackets. I really don't want to be wrestling with this with the heatsink on it, or I don't. I wished I'd have went with the water cool, but I'm going to be upgrading this later, and I didn't want to be spending all my money today on a cooler. So I went with the cheap one. That way, I would have it. This will work with any of the Intel all the way up to 13900K, so that's not an issue. I wouldn't recommend it. This is supposed to be a dual fan version. What the hell? And I'm dropping stuff. See, this is a lot of the stuff y'all don't get to see on other builds. You don't get to see all the tedious stuff. And I know it's boring, but what the hell? I'm doing it. I might as well stream it, right? Then you may hear my dog over there. He's old and he's sick, but he's not ready to go yet. we've talked about that in other videos. People are like, y'all take him to the bed and put him to sleep. And I'm like, y'all give up too easy. He's obviously not ready to go. We're going to look see what this is. I'm betting it's heat sink grease. That's exactly what it is. Not much of it. But you know what? Just so happens we're going to step out of scene for a second. Now we're going to fix this to where I can work with it without the heat cooler on it for a minute. Y'all don't laugh. It ain't going to hurt nothing, but we're going to hot glue it. Let that heat up. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing? We're over doing silly shit. What I'm doing, I want to be able to test fit my motherboard and stuff in there. And you have to put a cooling bracket on the back of the motherboard. The LGA 1700 mounting bracket. And it just goes in there and it doesn't attach to the board. It just goes through the holes, and then you put the cooler on, and that holds it in place. And I don't want to be wrestling with this with the cooler on it just yet. I want to make sure that my risers are all in the right place, and y'all are not going to be able to see this. And I can't see. But there's a big old fan right in our way. Before we get too carried away with that, let's go ahead and do the peel. Okay. All right. Huh. My risers are going to be in the correct place. Yay. Oh, now I've got to remember where all my hardware is. This is just I think this is just hard drive caddies, which I'm not going to need. What's crazy is I had the box of screws and stuff just the other day, and I don't know where I put them. They should have been right here, and they're not. There's that. I'm gonna have to keep digging. Keep digging, I'll tell you. I don't know where I moved them. I do have this though, so we can look through here. I know I've got some standoff screws in this and standoffs. One, three, four, six, six, seven, eight. Okay, and let me make sure that that's the right one. Think it. Okay, Robert, you doing all right tonight? Apparently, I set my keyboard on it a while ago, and I was sending a whole bunch of O's. Hopefully, I didn't disconnect. I know it's a boring stream, everybody, but this is the reality of doing PC building. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm sorting through here looking for the right standoff screws. For those that don't know, this case was sent to me 4 years ago, and I wasn't able to use it for that particular project. So it's been out in the barn, and I don't have the instructions for this case and a lot of other stuff. Is there not a stand up on that hole? I'd have swore there was. Nope, that's okay. There is in this one, and that's all we need. I messed it up. Check them standoffs before I did this. I mean, I looked to see if they was there, but that was all I did. And I know y'all don't get to see that well from this angle, but I don't have anybody to help with the cameras and all that good stuff. So it is what it is. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Drinking my coffee here. Hopefully my batteries ain't went dead on my lab. Wires and stuff for the right here. That's gonna be so much fun. Do you run the ends to that too? That is the front header. We're gonna have to go find that. I don't know that that's gonna be long enough that way. Pretty sure that's it right there. So I'm not sure what they were thinking about when they ran it down through there. That's okay. We're gonna undo it and run it this way. I think we're gonna come up one more and do it that way. Yeah, we gotta look, see what comes through the bottom. What's on the bottom? God, it's gonna be so much. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass hooking up the case power buttons and stuff. Where are they hiding? There's okay. Yeah. Behind here. Sideways now. Oh, there you are. The joins, cable routing. There's all the other stuff that I was looking for. All fall out the bottom here. You know what's sad is they did an attempt at cable routing, and it's all in the wrong place. Literally. Getting there slowly. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. I don't even know that anybody's watching.
Can hear you.
Thank you. Keep knocking my belt pack off here. I know this is a boring stream, but this is the tedious reality of computer building. It's not all like they show it to be on YouTube and all that. That's for daggum sure. Okay, what do we got next? HD audio. If I remember correctly, that is actually on the bottom of the board. Yep. Oh, fun, fun. We can actually leave that one where they had it once we get done tangled over here. And it's going to go just like so. I know y'all can't see it. This is where my bad eyes really give me problems because I don't want to bend the pins. So we got that one. What's next? That's funny. It's talking about the clear CMOS, and it doesn't even have a jumper for that. It's just got the pins there. What do we got next? Tire switch. RGB 3-pin. I think we can find an RGB header right here. This may be all 4-pin. No, there's one. There's two. That one goes all the way up to the top. I thank y'all for y'all's patience. One. We're going to take a break for a second. I drink, I smoke, I cuss, and I believe it is time to get me some coffee and a cigarette. Maybe a Dr. Pepper even. My mini split self-destructed here a while back. Y'all can't see it over there. And my son was supposed to come take that down for me. And he's got a prop over there in my way that's sticking out because it's a big unit, wall mount unit. But and he started taking it down and he hadn't finished the job. Now I've got all that stuff in my way right there. Driving me crazy. And I'm going to set my drink far enough away that it is not going to be an issue. See what else I have left. What I dread is hooking up all the front, the power and stuff. This is actually a pretty cool case. I wished I had did the build in it back when I got it 4 years ago. Because like I said, now I don't have anything as far as paperwork or anything that goes with it. I'm trying to figure out what do we have left here. Okay. This is the power switch. And we know that's at the bottom, right about here. Well, we could actually come through right here, I think. Let me do it this way. Get my stuff back up here where it belongs. I'm trying to do this and put a little extra into the cable management from the start instead of waiting until at the end. Because sometimes if you wait to the end, you'll find out you did it wrong. You know what I mean? I will say this though, Fantac has got the cable management thing pretty cool back here. It's got hooks and it's got Velcro straps that you can undo and run your cable and then strap it back. I wished a lot more cases did that. Here's what's sad is this has an RGB or and a fan controller in it, but like I said, it has sat out there in the shed for 4 years. I may be running into some problems here. I am missing some. Well, maybe that's all I've got on this. Let me. My eyes are so bad. And I hate this. Why is the motherboard not telling me exactly which one is the on-off? Really, you're gonna make me go to the owner's manual? Okay, that sucks. Now I got to remember where I set that owner's manual. Apparently, I've lost it. How do you lose a book? I mean, it literally comes with a book. What's sad is usually you can see the power on the motherboard. It's usually clearly labeled, and it may be. I'm just my eyes are that bad, and that writing is that small. 21. Okay. "22 power button." Oh, that's the button button. I need the one for the header panel. I know y'all can't see it. This is ridiculous. All else fails. We're gonna do a zoom. Speaker. Plus, power button. I don't know which one's the power button. This is stupid, y'all. I may run into another problem here that because I can't see. Let's look through here. Normally, I don't have to do this. I think I found it. Maybe. And it's going to be that one, maybe. If it doesn't work, we'll have to come back and check it out. So, what else do we have back here? That one bothers me because I don't know where that's supposed to hook up to, and I don't have a plate to hook that one up. That's these front fans. Well, we'll worry about that in just a second. Actually, I need that light a minute. We're going to go ahead and tidy these cables up. Y'all, come here. Leave that for a second. What's next? I think I'm going to put the cooler in. Go ahead and do that. Get the stuff hooked up for that. I'm just test fitting right this minute, y'all. Don't freak out. It's going to be a pain in the butt. Of course, I can move them. Okay, we're getting there. That looks like that would do it. Oh, we're going to peel that off. And I've got some fiber knots. Grizzly. Yeah, thermal grizzly tyronaut. It's supposed to be the good stuff. We'll see. And a lot of people just put an X or a blob and call it a day. That's not how I do it. If I have to, I will get my hands dirty. Well, not very much in there. I think I got robbed. I did get robbed. Well, we won't do that again. There wasn't enough in there for nothing. That takes care of that. And we need to make sure we have all this to where we can get to it. I know where that is before I go. Mess. I don't like the cable. Don't. At a later date, we will be upgrading the CPU in this and going to a water, like a 360 millimeter AIO. So we'll just deal with it for now, right? Right. Problem is because where that header is, I need to make sure that I have it plugged in. Before I go putting everything down. Okay. Oh, I guess it all. Did I not glue that to the board? We're only getting there, y'all. If there's anybody left watching, that's where we are so far. Trying to make up my mind on whether I guess I could go ahead and. Now, it's been a long time since I've done an Intel build, so this will be interesting. Let's look at the RAM. Oh, really? It'd be A2 and B2. Make sure I've got my which way they're going A2. Well, we're going to assume, and you know what they say about that word assume. We're only going with 32 gigabytes of DDR5. You have to look at this closely. Which side is the longest and the shortest. I think it's that way. Really. That is. Make sure it snaps good and seats good. We're getting there, folks. It's taking a while. Get some of my stuff picked up. Actually, I'm gonna have to hopefully find 2 screws and I think the next thing we're gonna do is I'm mounting the. Oh, this one caused a lot of controversy. I'm going to mount my GPU vertically, and you wouldn't believe, and I hate to say it this way, you wouldn't believe the amount of ignorance in the comments on that little reel. This case was specifically designed to mount a GPU vertically. I'm not sure why they're sending all this stuff. Why are y'all making me put stuff together? Somebody clicked that like. I can't see that from over here. Let me get over close where I can see that. Hey, Brian Anson, thank you for the like. Do I still have audio? Yes, I do. This would go a lot better if I was just putting it together and not trying to stream. And right off the bat, let me see what they got going on here. Looks like they're going to try to make me give up some spots here. I don't pay no attention to me. I'm taking stuff apart. Come on. We'll just leave you there then. While they're doing it that way, when this was meant to be bolted right here originally, you know what? I got a sneaking suspicion that all I actually need is the riser cable. Let's take a look here. Yep. Yeah, I could have just bolted that right there. Why is your cable too short? Messing my stuff up. Okay, let me look at a few things before I get this all bolted together. This is all for GPU support right here. We'll look at that in just a minute. One of the things I need to find is this. Figure out where I want to mount it exactly. What this is extra USB 2.0s for my wireless dongles, stuff like that. So I'm installing that now. Could actually move that up though. We'll worry about that later. I still don't know that I want to install this big old contraption and mess up my slots. Don't think that I actually need it. I'm not shipping this out. Do they have the screws to fit the mount is the question. Nope, the cable wasn't so stiff. No. I have a couple of short standoffs. One. You're in the wrong place. Let's dig it out and see what we can do. It's going to be a mess right here. Pretty good sized card, y'all. Black. like a 2.5 slot card, y'all, and I have 3 slots right here. So there's actually a decent amount of room between the card and the glass. Right with my cable. There we go. Problem is that if I use that bracket, I think I'm going to lose all my slots right here. Not cool. Turn this around carefully so y'all can kind of sort of see it. Let's go on here. Oh, no. Switch over to that one a minute. Sorry about that. Still not a great view. Try that right there and put some light on it. And there's going to be a hand space between here, just the frame and the glass. So, and that I've got to put the bracket in right there to hold it in place. But that's where we're at so far. what we got going on over here. Pick stuff up. Pardon me, I'm picking stuff up so I don't lose it. I'll be dumping it back out later, I'm sure. I do not want to have to use the extra part of this bracket here because I do not want to give up my PCIe slots. Well, first off, let's get that open. I'm gonna have to bring a cable through there in just a minute. I get it mounted. I'll bear with me here. See if my power strip works. I got one down there that does. Right, yeah. You know, And now we're going to have to get the power supply in it. First off, that's going to be fun. I may actually have to take that video card out in a minute so I can work the cables around and plug it in, because y'all can't see it, but the power plugs are right here, both of them. First, let's pop that out for a second. But this is what happens when you're trying to do custom work. I couldn't go through this the other day because I didn't have the riser cable and all that. So we're doing it again. With the correct parts. And I need to pump you out. Where's my get you in here where I can see. We're going to pop the card out, lay it right there. Start fighting with the power supply. Fun. Power supply. Tell you what, it's pretty heavy for an 850. We went with an EVGA 850G XC. All the cables that come with it. Power cable. Slowly getting to the power supply itself. $1,300 in my build over there, and a 1,300 watt in the Carlucci build that I did for Carlucci. And I don't remember them being as heavy as this little damn thing is. I mean, this thing is heavy for its size. There we go. Turn it around this way. Pop the door open. This is gonna be so fun. This is the part that I hate the most. Uh-oh. I don't have screw holes in the right place for it. That way. Yep. I think before I get too carried away with that. Got a few things about cables. It's more of like, how am I going to run it, and how am I going to hide it? How am I going to tidy it up? What we got here? There's the motherboard, power. Oh, there's the new 12 volt V, whatever you want to call it, cable that would work with my NVIDIA card over there. I want to see something here. Okay, it would go just like. Oh, I hate these cables. And y'all probably hear my dog over there. I apologize, but he's old and he's sick and he's not ready to go yet. He still thinks he's a puppy, except for the fact he's not. He's over 15 years old. That cable's not very long. Okay, we've got it that far. Tux, we've got two 8-pins up there. Where are they at? It's going to make me use these crappy things. Hate it when they do that. I'm going to set you to the side for a minute. We're just going to go ahead and plug you in and have done with it. How about that? Because on this particular card, we can get away with doing it this way. For those that don't know, it's a pigtailed VGA cable, and we can get away with it on the ARC because this cable will handle up to 600 watts, and the ARC doesn't pull anywhere near that. Some people frown on it, and they'll disagree, but the reality is this is all we need right here on this card. Same thing with the 2070 Super, any number of cards. Unless you're running a 4090 or a 3090, maybe a 4080. When this card gets installed, it's going to be a nice, clean, neat look. I may go ahead and put it in, but right now, I'm trying to see what else I have. I've got one more power cable I've got to find because it powers the Thunderbolt 4. And I'm not seeing it on this board. What is that? USB? Wait. God, I see something here that I didn't see a while ago. Good thing I was looking. Let's see if that's correct. Man, I am making a mess of my towel here. Wait a minute. Where were you located? Go. And a pen. Kelly. What's hard is I'm trying to hold the light and work the cable. Got it. Well, I guess I need to. That's not the one I want. That's all coming. Really? We still got battery left and I got audio. Yes, I do. Okay. How much room do I have back here? My question is, and it was a good question. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this. Free up some room for a minute. This is the part I hate because I'm blind as a bat and they don't give me any room. Oh, and that shroud's in the way from that side. You know what? Too carried away. What's that one right there? Okay, I'm not going to need that. Again, I know y'all can't see this, but if you're doing this for the first time, make sure that you seat your cables in their power supply until they latch. It's one of the most common problems that I've ran into with people having a problem with a new build is I've got my computer up, I built it, and either it's not powering up or this ain't powering, something's not working, and you get it open, and the cable plugging into the power supply itself is not seated. I hate this right here because these cables aren't long enough to do good cable management. I hate these type of cables right here. What I'm talking about is these cables right here. It's either you can do it's either a 4 and 8, and yeah, it has to be an 8 for this particular application, and that they don't lock together. So now you're in a tight spot trying to plug it in, and you can't get it to plug in because one of them keeps kicking out. Now, I'm sorry it's taken so long, but I knew this was going to be a long stream. And if this is the only type of problems I run into, I will be lucky because this case, like I said, has been sitting out in the shed for 4 years in the weather, and I cleaned it up as best I could, but we won't know until we get it all hooked up and powered up to see what still works and what doesn't, right? But this is going to be a real dirty word. Oh, come on. The problem is because of the way I'm having to grab it, there's not a lot of room right here for my hand, and I can't come at it from any other direction, so it's causing the plugs to twist, and I cannot keep them lined up long enough to get it plugged in. Oh, come on. Why they do that, I'll never know. The slots on the power supply are not wide enough for both the plugs, the tabs, and when you're trying to plug it in, it will not plug in. You're not supposed to do this. Y'all did not see me do it, but I did it. And it is the right cable going in the right spot. It's for the CPU, going into the CPU on the power supply. Good and seated. Getting there. Aha. That sucks. I have to move you a different way. That'll work. In the knuckle already. Okay, now what? Guess we'll take a break for a second. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need one of these. Even though I said I didn't. I think I should have plugged it in first. Ah, it's all right. We need a challenge, right? Right. Actually, it wasn't so bad because it's not a split plug. We've got that. The problem is I do not have any place to plug that. It may not have any RGB on the front fans. Oh, that may be the RGB for the front case. That's going to suck. For those that don't know, this has got RGB. Hidden RGB lighting. I don't know if y'all can see it in this right here, but that's what this is. And as you can see, I've repainted the case and stuff. I haven't polished this stuff out yet because I got to let it cure a few days. Wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. No, we're not. We got to open that back up, but we're going to latch it for just a second because I think it's time for another cup of coffee. Okay, now we get to wish we had two more hands while we're fighting with this part. gonna be too bad though. I can. What sucks is I need that light right there. I won't lie, y'all. In all my years of building computers, this will be my very first vertical GPU build, and it's not 100% the way I want it to be, but it is the way it's going to be for now. This is actually replacing an old production computer that I have in the back, and it's also my test bench for video cards and stuff. Like right now, we don't like much being finished up on wrapping up our testing on the Intel Arc A770, which is this card right here. We've used it in an AMD machine, the late model AMD machine. We've used it in an old Intel, a 6th gen Intel system that does not have resizable bar. Now we're building what we call a balanced build. This is an Intel, the 12th gen Intel i7, 12. Oh, I'm tired. It's a 12th gen Intel i7 12700K with onboard graphics. And the motherboard is an ASRock Z690 Tai Chi. It supports 12th and 13th gen, so it does allow me a pretty decent upgrade path. I can go to an i9 12900. I can go to any of the 13th gen CPUs, all the way up to the 13th gen i9 13900K, whatever. And that's good enough for me because it doesn't have to be the latest and greatest. It just has to be better than what it's replacing. And it should be that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Let's get this back around here. Most people will never even see the back here. And for once, I've got the cable management pretty good. My light. My biggest concern is with the case right this minute. And I'm going to have to lay that down on its face as much as I don't want to. And I hate this tight spot. Okay, we've got all that going. Almost there, folks. The only problem is I don't have an extra monitor right here to hook up. I'm going to have to probably stop the stream and yank the monitor off that computer. Maybe I can see it, but we're almost there. Let me think about this a minute, figure out what I need to do about a monitor. I do have a 7-inch for monitor that I use on that's supposed to be used with my cinema cameras, and my cinema cameras and all that got stolen. Y'all hear me talk about being robbed in 2022. I mean, they missed a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, but all the really high value stuff, they took it and wiped me out. Pretty well put me out of business. Let me switch cameras right quick. I'm over at the. I keep forgetting that I've actually moved that camera. I've changed up my stream trying to do this, and I'm going to take a break a second. I don't know that anybody's watching. Nobody's commenting if they are. Do I still have? Yes, I still have audio. And like I said earlier, I drink, I smoke, I cuss. I'm not doing a lot of cussing tonight, I hope, but I definitely am going to have another cigarette. That case got me pretty good right there. I know y'all can't really see it, but it's getting there. I've just got to figure out what I want to be able to show y'all when we do the boot up. I mean, if it works fine, I mean, it could also fail. If it fails, I want y'all to see it because it's part of that building process. What's really bad, I'm going to move so y'all can see it. Where's my light? Right here. Y'all can't see it, but the power cable for the motherboard for the case is way back here to where you can't see it or get to it. So if it's hooked up wrong, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's it. I'm done for the night. We'll work on it tomorrow. But you know what? Let's keep going. I don't know if y'all can see that in this light, but maybe. Anyway, color shift, it's purple to green, but because of the angle in the light and the brightness of the light, it's holding that green to where y'all can, that's all y'all see is green right this second. I'm trying to figure out what to do about the monitors, so y'all just bear with me here. I can't bring what I use in the back up here because that's a 50-inch TV and it's bolted to the wall, so that's out. Well, let's drop all this in this power supply box. Right now. Do I still have audio? Yes, I do. So my battery has not went dead yet. Trying to get some of this mess cleaned up here because I've got to figure out what to do about a monitor here. I wonder if I can move my. I got an idea. Y'all bear with me. See if I can make this work somehow. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to find an Ethernet cable too. I got a lot of other stuff to do once we get it booted. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without killing the stream. We're gonna move you over here for now. And we're gonna shut that off. This is an old TV. I used to have 8 monitors. I used to have a dual GPU setup, and all the monitors are gone now except for 2. And we're gonna have to figure out how to get into this mess. How am I going to get you up to there? Oh, without, I've got like a mic stand, a boom stand here that bolts the desk with lights, everything else between me and this monitor right here. And I'm trying to get this monitor out without breaking anything or killing myself. Which monitor is that? Which cable? Oh my. Well, this is not going to go well. You watch. We'll make it work. Fun part will be getting that power cable. I think I got one here. Not the one for this, is it? Yeah. Y'all bear with me. I'm improvising on the fly here. I don't like that close to the edge. The problem with this is the camera angle and stuff's going to be all bad. That's only a 720p TV, and I need that HDMI cable. Oh, you know what? I've got another HDMI cable. Where did I see that? A brand new one here somewhere. I've just seen it a couple days ago. This ain't a brand new one, but maybe it'll work, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we need I'm gonna do this way, so maybe if I get my chair set right, y'all can see everything. You probably not. What dirty and dusty? my other problems is I do not have a long Ethernet cable handy. We're getting there though. I don't know if it's going to fire up or not. If it doesn't, we're going to call the stream right there. If it does, then we're going to continue. And I know I'm not in the stream, but I got to still move stuff around. Y'all bear with me. We're digging out old stuff. How many of y'all remember this from back in the day? Okay, what's next? We got to do something about Ethernet. Actually, I've got to take my laptop to the bedroom. Well, I could move it down there. I need the CD drive off of that in a minute. Is what I need. Y'all bear with me. It's been a long day, and I'm tired. And didn't sleep well, and it's been extremely hot here for this early in the year. It's not summer yet, but we've been in the hundreds, and that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Like 46 degrees Celsius yesterday. Okay, guys. You just need to post into bio. That's all I want you to do right this second. Please boot up. Please, please, please. Switch cameras. I see lights on the motherboard. That's a good sign. I gotta move this stuff out of my way. I wish my son would get this mini split out here so I could have this space back. It's $500 to order the air handler for that, and I don't have the extra $500 right now. Yes, I could have used this money and ordered an air handler, but you still have to pay somebody to come out, install it, charge it, and all that good stuff. And this is a project that we've been needing to get done for a long time. Oh, okay, people, it's the moment of truth. I'm so scared. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. Oh, yeah. So, did it power up? Okay, it's going to start over again. I screwed up. This part's normal, but I can't see it, but the gear's moving right there. And it says no signal off the, there we go. Holy crap, y'all. Holy crap. It, it, it boosted, it did what it was supposed to do. Computer, turn the kitchen light on. be. There it is. Need to load. Need to load that. Trying to figure out where they hid the. Looks like it's all going to go. Let's go to boot. Okay, you know what? See if we can get Windows on it. That's one thing I haven't done yet. I need to go over and pay for the access key. I was going to do that a minute earlier today, and I forgot. I need it to boot from. Come on. Okay, you know what? Let's exit, save, and we'll let it reboot and then see if it sees my USB drive then. But we're off to a good start. It booted up and it did exactly like it was supposed to do. I do not have the RGB on the fans like I wanted, but that's okay. Now let's see if it sees my boot. I'm not seeing my oh. Normally you just plug in the USB stick and then come into the BIOS and it sees it. And I'm not seeing the option. You know what? Let's just exit. And then I think it's F. Let's see what it says. I think it's F11 to get into the See, it's not seeing my USB drive. Oh, why is it not seeing my USB drive? See, there's the Western Digital drag. It's seeing that. I think it's a problem with my. Let me do it this way. I too. I thought I had this part done, and it's obviously not. Let me move this over to another screen because I'm fixing to do something here on this computer. Come to downloads. It launched. Let me see if it launches. Okay, that didn't work. See what's going on here. No. I'll bear with me. I think what I'm gonna have to do is get onto a Microsoft. This is a disk ISO. Is what's wrong. I need to make a bootable USB. Fine. And what's sad is I have one here somewhere. I have no idea where it's at. Hold on. What is this? This might be it. See if this is it. Let me see what that is. I believe that is it. So plug this in. There's my light. Y'all don't get to see it from that angle, but even the audio jacks have RGB lighting. We need you maybe. That is. Oh, why are you so difficult? Over here. Now we need to do. Wait till it reboots. Maybe it'll see the USB this time. Oh, there we go. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but we're now getting into Windows. How long has this stream been going on? 2.5 hours? So basically, we've put it together and booting into installing Windows in 2.5 hours. Oh, that's my server. Ah, yeah, yeah. We don't want that. That's it. Why is that out? We're gonna have to put that back where it belongs. Matter of fact, we're pulling you out right now. Let me look around. Y'all bear with me. I mean, if I have to, I'll just get over and download it again onto another USB stick. It's a shame that the one I thought was ready doesn't work. One of these might be my Windows 11. Oh, if it is, it would be this one. Let's see what happens now. Let's see if this is it. If not, then I'm going to go over and just get online and download it again. That one's apparently not it. Okay. Let's see what is on it. That should have been it, though. I hear my dog, I apologize, but he's old and he's sick and he's not ready to go yet. People are like, we ought to just take him to the vet and put him to sleep. I'm like, y'all too quick to give up. Okay, that's not what I was thinking. So format that. Now, you know what? I was well get this up and going. We'd already been to Windows if I'd had the right uh, installation setup going. And what's sad is I had it and I don't know where it went. So that's not what I wanted. Sons of biscuit eaters. Y'all bear with me. They keep changing stuff up over, and I need the download. Y'all bear with me. They keep changing their website and making it hard. I'll do it this way. Here we go. I've really got to get an Ethernet cable running to it. I want Windows 11 Pro. There we go. Okay. What am I going to do about an Ethernet cable? Fun, fun. You got to figure that out quick. I can't polish this case out for a few days, so it's still And I did the maybe y'all can see it on the I may go ahead and try to clean up the glass again now, but I even did the right here. That was silver. I did all that, and I was trying to let all that cure good before I started trying to clean this glass up good. I had the glass clean, but then I got it dirty again. There's plenty of glass between fairness between that card and the glass. But you wouldn't believe how many people were having a fit when I said I was going to do that. We'll get that glass and all that cleaned up later. We're still waiting for the Win 11 install thing to re-download and it get set up on my USB drive. And I apologize for the delay. I had it done, but that one did not work. So I'm starting over again. It says we have 24 viewers. Y'all jump into the conversation. I can hear y'all if y'all comment. Hopefully I still have battery. It looks like I do. I'm on a wireless lab instead of my overhead. I mean, not my overhead, but my regular mic, which y'all probably can't see. I'm knocking stuff off over here. Boy, I'm making a mess. Lost my phone. For those of you that don't know, what we're doing is we're replacing an old production computer that's in the back. It's a 6th generation Intel i7 6700Q. It has 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a 1 terabyte NVMe drive on the motherboard, 850 watt power supply, RTX 2070 Super, and all this started with the ASRock Phantom Gaming ARC A770 16 gigabyte OC card. We were sent that to do a review on, and we pulled out my 3090 Ti over here and ran it in my main computer here for a month and loved it. So I pulled it out, installed it in the old system back there just to see how bad that would hurt the performance, because that computer does not support resizable bar and all that. And it actually did better than I thought it would, but I couldn't tell the difference. And we pulled it out, and what we're doing now is we're doing what we call a balanced build, because there's one more feature that this graphics card has, and you have to have a CPU with onboard graphics. It's called Intel Deep Link. And what that is if you have like an Intel 11th gen or newer Intel CPU with onboard graphics and that ARC, then you can use the Deep Link technology, and it will use the onboard graphics like a graphics card accelerator during rendering and live streaming and stuff like that. And we wanted to test that. And see how that works. And then the other thing is this sets me up for if Intel. Rumor has it that the Battle Mage GPU is supposed to drop either in October or November, and I'm supposed to be on the list to get one. If I get one, hey, that's great. Then I'm in a position to where we can do the full set of testing on it. And if not, then I've replaced my old computer back there and finally updated it to something a little lower than a 6th gen. That's actually a good computer for somebody. It still plays AAA games just fine. It still live streams just fine. The problem that you run into with it is like if you try to game and stream at the same time on the same system, it's starting to struggle. I used to stream PUBG and play PUBG off that computer, no problem. But with all the updates to PUBG and Call of Duty and stuff like that, it is starting to show its age in that one particular scenario. It still edits video just fine. It still plays PUBG or Call of Duty just fine. It'll even live stream just fine. It just won't do PUBG and live stream. Oh, so we're still waiting on this. This is slow. Microsoft, y'all need to like really do something about y'all servers. My servers over here is like 14 years old and it's faster than this. Let's switch over here. And it's not my internet, y'all. It is literally their server. Man, that's my favorite color, purple, right there. Let's see if I can turn this camera to where y'all can see it. It's not going to be purple on this camera though, because the camera's at a different angle. Crack. I don't mind the green and the blue, but I really love the purple when it's at that right angle. Like if I would lower my camera down and catch it from this angle right here, it's a dark. I mean, just a rich, dark, deep purple metallic. It's beautiful. And I'll have to figure out what to do about the RGB lighting on the case and because I didn't see any place to hook that RGB header up. That one. Yeah. Ease over here to this other computer right quick. Take a look at some of the settings here. I'm thinking about just setting this one up right here where my main computer is for a little bit and seeing how it does. I can pull the capture card out of that over there and install it in this over here and just run this i7 and this ARC and do my day-to-day stuff again for a month and see how it does. I want all my fans on performance. Got that done. Got it here. No, I want it on. And how do we get into it? Advanced mode. We're gonna leave that alone. I don't want to be tweaking the CPU. One of the things that made me go with the 12th gen versus 13th is because of all the drama that they're having with CPU degradation on the 13th gen Intels, and that's being caused. Intel's blaming it on the motherboard manufacturers, saying that their aggressive power curves that are loading up by default for the Intel CPUs is causing them to push them out of spec, and they're running too hot and degrading and all that. I don't know what the truth of it is. I need to figure out where my camera went here. Get it turned around. So I'm actually a little bit more. Wow, you're gonna make me really work for it. We're at 93% on the USB. I'm tired. I also need to figure out where my license key is and go find it. Y'all bear with me. I got to look through my emails. Oh, goodness. I've been busy doing stuff today, so I have not checked my email, and I got a lot of email going on here. And let's look in. Don't remember the name of that place where I bought it. Yeah. I do know this though. I need Ethernet going to that now. I'll bear with me. I'm all the way back in the back trying to find some. Trying to get a door open and see if I can figure out where that cable is. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. No crack. I don't have a long one back here. Male Fudgesicle. Let me see what I got going on here. May not be long enough. I know this is rough and all this, and I apologize, but I'm trying to. This is the longest one I have that's not in use at the moment, and I need it. How am I going to get it out of there? Unfund. Maybe it'll reach if I move the computer case. I don't know. Could do that, I guess. I don't know. I do have an idea, maybe. I got an idea. It'll give me something to trip over and I'll break my neck. See if I do it this way. I need my light. Okay, we've got a plan here. Oh, I'm so glad I had this network switch right here on my desk. That's where did that fly come from? I have a fly it just rained the other day, and every time it rains, we end up with flies. If y'all live down south, that's a moth. We've got moths. I think that was Mothra. I don't understand why I have a moth in here because all my doors are closed, my windows are closed. But it got in somehow. I keep seeing them. I think they're coming in around the back door. The back door is. We had an earthquake last year, and it messed everything up. None of my door jambs are square anymore. This is an old trailer. See that moth flying around? I will get you. I'm sorry this part is taking so long. Like I said, I had one created and it didn't work. So we're making a brand new one, and unfortunately, that's taking a while. If it hadn't been for that problem, we would already have Windows installed, and we would be up and running on this computer. From the start of the build to the end of the build was 2 hours and 39 minutes. Now we're just trying to get into where we can install Windows and boot it up. And we've spent good Lord knows how much time waiting on, well, 35 minutes. With 35 minutes of this is just trying to get Windows. And that's my fault, and I apologize. I say it's my fault, but I don't know why this one failed. It shows it to be on there, but it won't. The computer will not see it. It sees the other one, but that other one is for my server, and that's Windows Server 2019. And I don't want to be trying to run Windows Server on this computer. What is doing this? Making so long. Y'all jump into the conversation, and I have Restream chat going, and it's got text to speech. So if you say something in the comments, I will hear you. It's crazy how the case matches the coloring of the BIOS UE, almost like you planned it. It's taking so long. Look at this, y'all. I'm a coffeeholic, not an alcoholic, so I may grab another cup of coffee. Wonder how long it would take me to do some bench testing. Oh, that came out pretty good, better than I thought it would. Wish I could go ahead and clean that glass up, but I'm afraid that I would mess up the paint on the trim. So I'm gonna have to use some scratch, uh, some a soft Brillo pad. It says it's at 99%. Well, that'll probably take another hour. Just kidding. Oh, who knows how long it'll take for that 1%? But I'll be right back. Y'all should be able to hear me while I'm walking in here, tripping over everything and breaking my neck to go get me another cup of coffee. I'm having to go through an obstacle course to get to my kitchen right now. It's ready. Grab it. Where I put my light. I don't know how I keep losing that light, but I do because I keep moving it around. That's what it is. It's okay. Let's switch this back over to the GoPro. I'm surprised it's still going. I've got it plugged in and trying to do everything I can to make all my stuff work. Do I still have battery? There's, I do on that. I do on that. I'm really surprised that the labs haven't died. The wireless mic. Okay. Exit. Yes. I've got to figure out how to get all the stuff off the CD drive onto a USB drive. I'm going to bring the laptop in here and see if I can make it work. Uh, this old TV is about had it. I'm seeing stuff going on here at the bottom. There we go. Oh crap. Okay. going to have to get the CD key. Oh, let's see. Yeah, y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Trying to get this to rocking. Y'all bear with me. See how long this is going to take. Where's it at? Okay. It's going to be so much fun. Get back over here. If I can see. On Peter. What don't you got me hung up here? Okay, we've got that up going. Check my messages. While we wait for this, as things go, it was a pretty simple build. It's just that I'm tired, and the the only setback we had was that the Windows installation media that I had created yesterday did not work, so we had to start over during the stream and fix that problem. And we still got so much to do once we're up and going. We've got to get all the drivers. We've got to get the everything for the video card. Oh, I'm tired, and I'm just struggling, and I don't know why, because I slept okay, I think. While I'm doing this, I need to figure out what to do about. I don't even know where I put it now. I set it to the side so I wouldn't lose it, and I have lost it. Go figure. Don't know where I put it. I just had it earlier. The CD drive. It's a CD with all the stuff on it for this motherboard. I guess I can go to their website and download it that way. I really thought if I set it right there in that box. Did I put it in this box and not realize it? Nope. But while I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and put this box up. Pick up my mess. I don't have a neat shelf back here like they do in a lot of other their streams, where they've got like a couple of video cards and this, that, other. No, because I do so much stuff. It's all on that shelf right there, and it's a mess. I need more shelving, but I don't have the money. Hopefully, I should have pulled that USB stick out, but we'll see. Come on. What did I do with the rest of that box? There it is. I apologize, but we're just trying to get through this. Another day in paradise. Got that going. I still need to figure out where I put that CD. I thought I laid it right here in this box. And it's not in this box. Go figure. Here's my laptop. I've got it up for sale, or I had it up for sale, but I think I'm going to send it to my sister. She's helped me a lot over the last 2 years, and oh, my GoPro's dying. No, no, my GoPro died. Either that or it got hot. We're going to just do that, and we're going to switch cameras. Sorry about the, I was afraid that was going to happen. Move this camera around and see if we can get some of it in the scene there. Y'all won't be able to see on my screen, but you can still see. Took that off. Once we've got everything going the way we want it, we'll go in there and tweak the BIOS and get it to boot faster. Okay, it's going to be picky. I can't believe how dirty and dusty that keyboard is. Crack. Guess I can dim down some of the lights now since I'm not using the GoPro. Okay. I've got everything set up with dual factor authentication, so even if they get my so long tedious process, folks. Once you get the windows going, you've got to go in and get drivers. I don't want any of y'all shit spying on me, and I don't want to use my phone. Da 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 da. I want to get to all this. I don't remember it being this big a deal trying to install Windows 11 Pro. It's like it's got all this shit that you got to decline. And it's not just Windows 11. This is Windows 11 Pro, by the way. It's not Home. I don't know. I wish people were commenting or joining the conversation. And I know it's a boring stream because there's nobody talking. We do have the computer up and going, though. It's from start to finish on the build to booting into BIOS was 2.5 hours. The next hour we have spent trying to get Windows going. And we would already be into Windows if my media creation tool hadn't failed earlier. So we had to start over and re-download it, create it. And that took forever. That took like 35 minutes right there. So we're 35 minutes behind on where we should be. Well, we're into Windows. Okay. I don't want this. Yeah. Okay. We need to update all. Yes, that's fine. But we're getting there. That actually, I haven't even touched any of the RGB and stuff yet. And that's actually a really kind of a cool look right there. I may just leave it alone. Be right back, y'all. See where we're at here. Hopefully, I still have audio. Yeah, I do. I figured the labs would have already died. And it's cold right here in front of this air conditioner. I know y'all can't really see the GoPro with the battery died on it, even though I have the media deal on it with the extended handle with the battery and all that. And I had it plugged in. It's still, yeah. I missed my cinema camera that I could run it, plug into the wall and do honest to God long. I didn't have to worry about the batteries failing and stuff. I've still got to go get the drivers for the Intel Arc control and all that. One of the cool things about this motherboard is, I mean, I'm kind of excited about the motherboard because when it released, it was a $600 motherboard. And because it's last gen, I was able to pick it up for $209. I mean, I couldn't justify $600 for a motherboard right now, but I could justify the $209 because everything that I was looking at was in that price range of 200 or more, 200 to 300. And I got a premium board for 209. Yes, it's last gen, but it still gives me an upgrade path. Uh, my point is, if I had built this with anything that supported a 14th gen Intel, I could have added at least easily added another $1,000 to the build, and I didn't want to do that. How do I turn that cloud crap off? I'll have to deal with that in a minute. Let's get online and go get the Intel ARC drivers. Don't use Google. Piss off. Oh my gosh. There we go. I just need to download it. Come on. Got that going? Oh. Yeah, that's how that battery is dead. We'll just move you out of the way there. Make it easier for me to go get my coffee. Like I said, I'm a coffeeholic, not an alcoholic. We've got it built, and we booted into BIOS first try. Had a little hiccup with the Windows Media Installation uh, tool. Got that sorted. We're into Windows now. We're downloading all the drivers that we have to have. And this is all part of the building process. A lot of people don't want to do it because they don't think that they can. And actually, it's not that hard once you've done it a few times. Uh, I was totally, pardon my English, fucking off and just taking my time. I still got the actual build done in 2.5 hours. Uh, I could have done it a lot faster if I'd have been serious about it and had everything sorted and ready to go. But you could expect to take about a build like this take you at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours the first time. Yes, we want to do the drivers. I'm gonna have to get in there and turn off all their extra crap that they've got loading up with Windows. The more I look at it, the more I think I'm just gonna leave the RGB alone and just let it run like that. I'm surprised that this RGB strip right here on the front side of this case, on the side here, it's got an RGB strip that goes from the back to the front. Y'all could see that earlier when the GoPro was working. And I'm surprised that still works. This case, like I said, sit out in my shed. That shed out there doesn't have a door, doesn't have a window. Those were tore up a long time ago. And the weather gets in there, and the dirt, the dust, the sand, and everything else. This case was a mess. And I was only afraid that nothing was going to work. And it still works. I went ahead and painted this case, not even knowing if the case was still going to work or not. Apparently everything's working. The pans are working. The RGB is working. We need to boot this back into BIOS and do some tweaking here in a minute. Nobody's joining the conversation. I wish y'all would. We have 29 viewers and nobody talking. This part is boring. It's like watching the paint dry. That's why I wish y'all would jump in and say hi, tell me who you are, where you are, and if you have any questions, ask, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And if it's something that I can't answer, I'll just say, well, I can't answer that. And if it's something like really, really, really bad, I'm just going to say, nope. I was over on TikTok streaming one of my first streams to TikTok, which was this past month. And somebody got on there and said, my friend thinks you're handsome. Do you swing that way by chance? Or he said something. He was trying to get me, I guess, offended. And I'm like, look, I was married to the same woman for 41 years. She passed away. I'm single. And the fact that anybody finds me attractive is a compliment. I don't know what answer they were expecting, but the one they got wasn't it. I'm not going to hate on anybody. You know, if they start hating on me and give me a hard time, I know all the words. I can defend myself. You know, I can make you cry and go home and say, "Mommy, that man was mean to me." But I'd rather not. I'd rather we all just get along and respect each other. Earlier, when I was booting up into BIOS, there's a gear on this motherboard that turns. And of course, now it's not working out hard, so it's not turning. But I'm going to have to rig up my GoPro later so y'all can see that. It's cool. I'll send this video to my friends. The glass is dirty, y'all. I'll clean the glass later. But I've got it up and going. I'm installing drivers and stuff right now. I got half notion to go ahead and just take that glass off and go over in there in the kitchen and clean that glass and hope like hell I don't ruin that paint. I can't stand the dirty glass. It's dirty. And this isn't something that you're going to just get clean with a little bit of window cleaner and a paper towel. No, that's And what's sad is I cleaned it before I painted it, and I accidentally got some overspray on it. And yeah, some guy trying to trade me he's out of his mind. Not happening. Trying to trade me a motorcycle that doesn't run with a salvage title for my 1972 Monte Carlo. Now, my 72 Monte Carlo is a project car. However, it will start, and if you put a battery on it, put some gas in it, you can start it up. It's got one tire that's flat, but it will air up. I can air it up and I can drive it. It runs like crap because it needs the carburetor gone through. It needs the tank. The tank needs to be drained, and the fuel system needs to be cleaned. Stuff like that. But we got to do a reboot. So let's do the reboot. I got half a notion to get this going, and it's going to take me a while because of this right here, this process, downloading stuff, installing stuff, blah blah blah, rebooting, and but once I get it done, I got half a notion to go ahead and get PUBG installed and do some PUBG tonight. I might even stream it from this computer. I don't know. First thing we're going to do is get over into settings, task manager. And we're going to get into startup, disable. I have no idea what that is. We're going to exit this right quick and get into BIOS. I think it's delete. Here we go. And we need to get into advanced mode. Trying to find there's a spot here where I can enable the there we go. Enable. Got all this. Da 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 da. OC tweaker. Get into advanced. Get into the move. We're going to leave it for there right now. We're going to go ahead and save changes and exit for now. I'm glad that air conditioner finally cut off there. Man, that thing was blowing ice cubes on me. It was 100 degrees earlier and it was hot in here, but sitting right here in front of it, I'm cold. And I could enable fast boot and do some other things. And this thing would boot almost instantaneously. However, if you have a problem and need to get into BIOS, man, it's a pain. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's see what we got left to do here. Let's get into the ARC control. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I want that to ramp up pretty quick. Go ahead and do that. And we're in Windows. I just got to do a bunch of little stuff now. Nobody's joining the conversation stuff, so, and I don't want y'all to be bored. But the rest of this is like watching the paint dry, and it's really tedious. I'm gonna move over here a minute, and we're gonna wrap this up. And I'm gonna download software and Steam and a bunch of other stuff, and then we'll see how that goes, and we'll do some bench testing. And I may just go ahead and move this computer over here and hook it up where this computer is, the one that I'm streaming on. This is a great computer, but I need this one to set up to where I can use it uh, like I normally would in my everyday workflow for a little bit. And I want to see how it's going to do. So yeah, let me call it right here, y'all. And we've been streaming 4 hours, and an hour and a half of that has been trying to get stuff into Windows. So yeah. Till next time, this is my time over at OG Gamers Live, OG Gamers World. Y'all stay safe if you're on the world today, and we are out of here.